Hello, everybody. It's me, once again, the Haven you've been looking for. Back with more Metal Gear Solid 2. We should be coming up on the end of this playthrough today. So expect a lot of cutscenes and a lot of talking by characters that are not me. Noir's here to keep us company during this stream. Oh, quick second. I had to turn on my desk lamp so you guys can see my face better. Anyway, yeah. We should be ending it today. I've got lots of stuff to do because my new job's been pushed back another week at least, which means I need to make some money on the side, otherwise I don't get to pay rent. Yeah. So, right after this I'll be working on other stuff, but I'll still be streaming the normal days until further notice. Oh boy. Noir's getting pets and scritches. Good boy. Alright. Nothing else really to say, except let's continue on. Alright, yeah. When last we left off, we were in the middle of this room where we just massacred a ton of people.
Raiden, about this colonel of yours. I found out where he is.
Where?
Inside Arsenal.
What?
I've checked out all the possibilities, but I keep coming back to Arsenal. It isn't a relay point, it's the origin of the signal. And the encryption protocol it uses is exactly the same as that of Arsenal's AI, the so-called GW.
What the hell does this mean?
I think it means you've been talking to an AI.
That's impossible.
The colonel probably isn't GW per se. GW was most likely stimulating cortical activity in the dormant part of your brain through signal manipulation of your own nanomachines. The colonel is, in part, your own creation, cobbled together from expectations and experience.
That's crazy!
But it's probably the truth. The virus may be starting to affect GW, which would explain the colonel's behavior.
It was all an illusion? Everything I've done so far?
Raiden,
Snake, what's happening around here?
I don't know. What I do know is that you're standing right here in front of me. Not an illusion. Flesh and blood.
Huh?
It's your call. You can drop this if you want.
No, I can't do that. Let's go.
So yeah, that's one revelation that we've been waiting for. Is the Colonel's not real.
Raiden, they've got Rose.
What?
Rose is being held in the holds.
It's a trap.
Rose!
Raiden, get a grip.
But Snake...
It's a trap. Since the Colonel doesn't exist, there's no way he can take Rose hostage.
Yeah, you're right.
I am right.
Okay. Does Rose exist?
Don't be weird. She's your...
What if I've never really met her?
What?
If the Colonel is something that I partly dreamt up, then everything I remember about her could be...
Don't jump to conclusions.
You and Otacon are the ones that say the Colonel never existed.
Raiden.
Is this what Olga was talking about?
Ration, hold on. Just want to remind myself of some of the... Yep, okay. Why do you have the gun out? Man, Snake's taking care of business. Get up, get up, get up. Ah. I need to put a little more distance between me and them when I... Problem. Yeah, this is one of the more famous scenes where it shows like a fake mission failed screen. Hold on, I need to heal myself. Just holding their attention is enough for some of this. Whoa, whoa. Sorry, Steak.
It's been a long wait, Solid Snake. The root of all my sorrows.
What?
2 years ago, you killed my father. That was the beginning of hell for us. Everyone I love has been taken from me one by one, and no matter how hard I try, I can't follow them. An endless nightmare. The only thing we live for is to see it end. Our wait is almost over.
You can't be serious about firing the nuke.
Since no one can kill me, I may as well kill everyone I can.
That works.
Starting you, Solid Snake.
Damn! Looks like I'm today's pick. You go on ahead. You want eternal rest? I've got it right here.
What are you gonna do? Bullets can't get near her.
I'll think of something. There's no such thing as a witch.
You think you can kill me?
I don't know what your group's been through, but let's get one thing clear. I didn't kill your father.
Do you think anyone believes your lies?
Raiden, get out of here!
Sorry if you hear my dryer in the background. It's, I need to run my dryer today because right after this I need to go do some side jobs and I need clean clothes. Hopefully you guys don't hear much.
Jack, I've been watching how you fight. It looks like you've remembered the way you used to kill in the old days. Or is it one of the S3 plan's proud achievements?
What are you talking about?
It came as a complete surprise when Ocelot discovered the S3 data from GW. Not a bad idea, though. Using fire to fight fire, creating the perfect assassin to retire Solid Snake's brother. S3 stands for Solid Snake Simulation. It's a development program to artificially reproduce Solid Snake, the perfect warrior. The result is a Foxhound Commando. When Foxhound no longer exists, A simulated Solid Snake shaped by VR regimen. Sound like someone you know, Jack? I'm sorry to see you reduced to one of the Patriots' puppets. But I've made use of you, and their plan too. Solid Snake's sudden appearance, your arrival. It was obvious the Patriots were among my ranks. I had to smoke out the agent before the mission entered the final phase. You came in handy, as bait. Jack, those days during the Civil War were as real as they come. Every day was absolute, split between life and death. You ran from it, and now you've been led back to war by something less than real.
I was gonna sit around doing goofy stuff until you're done monologuing, Fred.
No more games, Jack. At least you know. There's no reason to keep you alive now. I've given you a worthy opponent, at least. But now, you should die as the little Jackie boy I once knew.
Ready for quite possibly the most boring Metal Gear fight in the series. That's what we get. Let's see. I need... damn it. Pressing the wrong button to release that. Can y'all stop just doing the same missile fire over and over again? That'd be great. I can't do anything if that's all they're gonna do is fire missiles over and over again. I don't know if I have time for anything to log on. To get more rush. Yeah, if I eat a hit, I can hit two of them. Clearly not the best idea.
Raiden, respond. Raiden! Raiden!
If I'm quick, I can dodge. Uh-oh. Okay. Things have changed. No, what are you... No! Game?
Raiden, come in. Raiden?
What? What? Why'd that missile stop? Is that the trick? Is that how I deal way more damage to them? Is I need to get them to open their mouths? I think that's it. I have to do it in like a smooth shot though. I have to hit you first. Yep, that's the trick. That's how you deal a lot of damage. What? They deal... Everything's a missile shot! And I...
Raiden!
Just eat a ration now. Firing missiles like this? Did that get you? You just kind of leave, huh? And another one takes your place. Of course it does. Why does it look like you're bleeding? Right, I forgot. Ray is fucking weird. Nope, 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 gotta move! Nope, didn't have enough time to line that up. Come on, let go. Where's my Russians? Really use a ration game. Nope, not the button I meant to press. I thought something else was firing at me. I was wrong. Nope, couldn't get out of first person mode fast enough to dodge that.
Raiden, what's wrong?
This is brutal.
Raiden! Raiden!
Oh, too close to the edge, huh? Come on! This thing comboed me for 3 fucking hits, and I could not react fast enough to do anything about it. Stop drinking that water. I don't care how thirsty you are. Bad, Metal Gear. Bad. Okay, now I just need the headshot. attention. Who's next on stage? Nope. Come on. Oh, I was not paying attention to those. Nope, as soon as it would trap me in first-person mode as I was getting up, I was screwed.
Respond.
This is not...
Right? Raiden!
I think a lot of people have criticized this fight. I think that's a lot of fair criticisms of this fight. No, need the stinger. Let's see if I can make this easier for myself. Chaff grenade. Chaff grenade. That does not seem to have helped any. Nothing in here seems to be like it would be more useful. Come on, show it. Come on. Damn it! This is so fucking
Right, come in.
ridiculous.
Riding?
Of course. Come on. Really?
Riding, come in. Riding?
And now they're in their missile pattern, so... No, don't do that. Stop doing that! The knee missiles are not fun! Come on! Come on. I need to get that rush in the middle because that guy's shooting missiles at me from above. Come on! Fucking hell! Nope, gotta move. Nope, gotta move. What? Come on! Oh!
Are you alright? Raiden? Raiden!
Having to do all this with no fucking checkpoints or anything. It's just, this is such an awful fight. Gimme, 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 gimme. Damn it. I didn't know the one was on the platform already. No! Come on! I really hate those fucking need missiles. No, fire! I don't have rations to heal with. I guess I can bandage, but that won't... Oh, I do have a ration to heal with. Never mind. Okay, so I'm still okay. Or not. I don't have bandages either. No, well, I'm dead.
Raiden, come in. Raiden, Raiden.
Get that ration in the middle while he's stunned. Nope, nope, nope. Can't go straight out. Have to go at a side. Come on, fuck you. Come on! Don't know what these missiles are doing sometimes. Nope. Okay, thank God. Oh, thank God. Please end this fight.
I expected a little more fight than that, Jack.
Olga.
So you decided to show yourself.
Oh, but don't do this! They'll know!
I'll hold them off. Give you time to get away.
What about you? This is suicide!
Your nanomachines, they're transmitting your vital signs to the Patriots. If you die, my child dies. You understand?
The child.
I see. So that's why you sold your troops out to me. So many dead, and they all died trusting you! Weren't they your comrades?
No, not just comrades. Family.
Huh?
I know I'm going to help, but at least my child.
I applaud your attitude. If you have a death wish, I'll be happy to accommodate you. See you in hell!
You have to.
Olga!
Enjoy the show, Jack. Let's pick up where we left off. What's going on? What's wrong with it? GW, it's out of control. What?
Looks like that virus did more harm to GW than we thought.
I'm reading an abnormal impulse cascade throughout the neural network. I can't shut it down.
What happened?
Maybe some kind of virus.
The Patriots?
I don't know.
Ocelot, what have you been up to?
It's too late. Arsenal's system control is going haywire. It's on an emergency ascent course.
Stupid machines!
Boy, I wish my bullets could have dealt that much damage to them.
Damn the Patriots! You still have some use.
I've captured Snake.
Snake?
Bring him in.
Yes, we're going to save. Yeah, things are looking pretty bad.
Are you awake yet, Jack? GW, the Arsenal AI is corrupted beyond repair. I admit that I underestimated you. I'll squeeze the answers out of you instead, my son.
Oh, I'm supposed to succeed at that. I was pressing the wrong button.
Are you awake yet, Jack?
I was pressing Y in time.
The Arsenal AI is corrupted beyond repair. I admit that I underestimated you. I'll squeeze the answers out of you instead, my son.
Come on, really? How fast do I have to click this?
Answer me. Raiden!
Are you awake yet, Jack? GW, the Arsenal AI is corrupted beyond repair. I admit that I underestimated you. I'll squeeze the answers out of you instead, my son.
Ow.
What do you hope to hear? You know he doesn't know anything.
It's not him I want the answers from.
What do you mean?
That's not your business.
Oh, really? It so happens I have some business of my own to attend to.
Planning to hijack Arsenal?
Huh?
You were going to screw me over, weren't you?
Who talked? Ocelot?
Not exactly. I was the one who used Ocelot to suggest the idea to you in the first place.
What?
I was planning to give you Arsenal to begin with.
Why the uncharacteristic generosity?
I'm no philanthropist. Arsenal is far from impregnable. It needs other Metal Gears as guards, a huge payload of warheads, and full air, sea, and land support to function efficiently. Against a large attack force without support, Arsenal is nothing more than a gigantic coffin. Seizing Arsenal gear was never the real objective.
What was your objective then?
A list of names of the Patriots! They were planning to extend their control to digital information flow with GW and Arsenal. That means the information they want to filter out is contained in GW, including that list of the highest 12 members of the Patriots Wiseman's Committee.
And once you knew who they were, you would cross out their names one by one, while we, with our useless arsenal, drew their fire.
Very good.
You were using us all along.
Were you any different?
But your plans hit a snag with GW destroyed, hasn't it?
No, there is another way.
Really? But we have our own plans to carry out. We'll take the arsenal since you don't care for it anyway. The purified hydrogen bomb is ready to go.
A nuclear strike won't stop them.
It will damage their power source. The mindless masses that they control. First things first.
Of course. That was what you wanted. I won't stop you. Good luck.
Thanks, but I have quite enough of that. What exactly do you find so funny?
Charades usually are humorous. I wouldn't have minded watching some more of it, but we're running a little short on time.
What are you talking about?
Everything you've done here has been scripted. A little exercise set up by us.
Exercise?
The S3 plan was conceived as a means to produce soldiers on par with Solid Snake. That's what I told you. But the VR training the boy was put through is not the meat of the project. You think this little terrorist incident is your own doing, Solidus? This is the S3 training kernel. An orchestrated recreation of Shadow Moses.
What?
Ames and the President's deaths. The ninja. The computer virus that mimics Foxdie. Did you really think they were all a coincidence?
Yep.
Ames' own nanomachines were used to shut down his pacemaker. I arranged for the appearance of the ninja as well. As for the President, although Johnson realized what was going on, he played out his allotted part. As for the computer virus, it's a digital counterpart of Foxdie. It was also designed to eliminate every scrap of information regarding the Patriots from GW. Your plan was invalidated even before execution, Solidus. Fat Man was a different story. He's one of our own people. A sort of examiner we hired to test the boy's progress before letting him tackle the exercise proper. We had to arrange for Stillman's presence to coax the maniac into agreeing. If the boy had allowed the big shell to be destroyed, this exercise would have ended there. The project has no room for failures.
What do you mean?
Given the right situation, the right story, anyone can be shaped into Snake. Even rookies can fight like men of experience. An instant creation of genius. And this training kernel will provide more than enough data to formulate such a program. You, Dead Cell, Olga, you're all nothing but pawns placed to create the perfect simulation. Solidus, you and the
Hey,
boy
Maurice.
were selected because your relationship resembles the one between Snake and Big Boss. Fortune, you and the rest of Dead Cell stand in for the Foxhound squad that Snake took on in Shadow Moses. You're the most impressive collection of freaks outside of Foxhound. We've gone to a lot of trouble to set you up against the boy. That story about purified hydrogen bombs is just the tip of the iceberg. The project was already underway when I sunk that tanker, along with your old man 2 years ago. Throwing your husband in the brig was a part of it too. You were told that the eradication of Dead Cell 6 months ago was an act of the Patriots. We provoked and encouraged your hatred. And you opted for vengeance, just as we planned.
All orchestrated?
Except for the appearance of the real Solid Snake. I wonder now who sent for you.
All our misfortune was just a part of their project?
have nothing that we didn't give you.
What?
Do you know why no bullet could hit you? It wasn't magic, or some new age mumbo-jumbo. Certainly wasn't your psychic talents. It was all staged by the Patriots.
Staged?
You were being shielded by the electromagnetic weapons technology that the Patriots developed. Your dead cell comrades loved your father and husband. We needed a pathetic wretch like you to keep them focused. You've been our puppet all along, just like Olga.
No.
You were hamming it up as the tragic heroine, thanks to the script that the Patriots wrote for you. Pure self-indulgence, absorbed in your own misfortune. You couldn't get enough of the drama.
I could have died whenever I wanted to.
Thought I got her in the heart.
It missed.
Now I remember. Your heart's on the right. Waste of metal, my dear, but your luck's run out. This is the little gizmo. There's no such thing as miracles or the supernatural. Only cutting-edge technology.
I love this man. makes fun of her for being addicted to drama. Ocelot is the most addicted to drama in all of fiction. Let's be honest. This man, when he finally gets a chance to shoot the scenery, he is just skipping in his mind.
All I have to do is retrieve Arsenal and clean up the refuse from the exercise.
Just try.
That is a hell of a ricochet.
How's this then?
Damn.
Fortune!
You idiot! Get the hell away from there!
Oh, Maurice. The majority of this stream is going to be cutscenes.
Run out. Take your reward. It's all the payload Ray has. Die!
Everybody down!
Yeah, Maurice, we actually have one more fight. One more boss fight and then this game's over. We also have at least an hour of cutscenes between now and credit rolls.
She is Lady Luck.
My name is Helena Dahl. noble soldier. I can see my family again.
Only near death did she manage to actually get the psychic abilities that she thought she had this entire time.
Try this instead. No! No! No, not now!
Oh yeah, did we forget his right arm is possessed by liquid? Cause, they didn't.
Brothers! Liquid! I've been waiting for this!
It can't be.
I've been inside this arm all along, waiting for the right time to awaken.
You were inside Ocelot?
Yes, a sleeper in the arm of a Patriot spy.
It was you 2 years ago?
Exactly. I was controlling him. Snake, it was I that leaked information about Arsenal to your partner and got you out here.
What?
You're the only one that can free me.
You
After
wouldn't,
all,
Maurice. That is something you would have to play the game to find out.
I'm off to bury the Patriots for good.
You know where they are? How?
Why do you think I chose Ocelot as my host? But before I go, I have a family matter to settle with both of you. There's room for only one Snake and one big boss.
Like, we've established he has a magic electromagnetic field thing that stops him from being hit by missiles. Why do you persist in trying to shoot him with missiles?
Damn.
Like surfing, it's a good way to go.
Meanwhile, Snake's cuffs were weakened by some ricochet, so he's able to do that.
Liquid, stop this thing! Hey, Snake, you coming?
Well, Snake just decided to fight an amphibious Metal Gear in the water, which, by the way, should be freezing cold right now. Meanwhile, we're stuck on an Arsenal gear that is no pilot, a damaged AI, and and a dude with tentacles and 2 swords right next to us who wants to kill us. Everything's gonna be fine. Oh, and we're handcuffed. We just crashed into Brooklyn, by the way, I believe.
Federal Hall. is today.
April 30th?
That's right. George Washington took office as the first president of the United States of America 200 years ago today. And it happened right here. We were going to declare another independence, the dawn of a new nation, here. The end of the Patriots' secret rule, liberation of this country. This was where it was supposed to begin. This is where freedom could have been born.
All you want is power at any cost.
Jack, it's not power I want. What I wanted to take back from the Patriots are things like freedom, civil rights, opportunities. The founding principles of this country. Everything.
Keep in mind, in universe, this man, former president.
Jack, listen to me.
Fucking wild.
An expiration date. No one lasts forever. Life is nothing but a grace period for turning the best of our genetic material into the next generation. The data of life is transferred from parent to child. That's how it works. But we have no heirs, no legacy. We brothers are called les enfants terribles, cloned from our father, with the ability to reproduce conveniently engineered out.
Right, that's when they
What is our legacy
say that they're all
if we
sterile.
cannot pass the torch? Proof of our existence, a mark of some sort. When the torch is passed on from parent to child, it extends beyond DNA. Information is imparted as well. All I want is to be remembered by other people, by history. The Patriots are trying to protect their power, their own interests, by controlling the digital flow of information. I want my memory, my existence to remain. Unlike an intron of history, I will be remembered as an exon. That will be my legacy, my mark in history. But the Patriots would deny us even that.
My dude, you were president of the United States. You're gonna be in the history books.
And liberate us all. And we will become the Sons of Liberty.
Anyway, here's GW.
Raiden, are you receiving? We're still here.
How's that possible? The AI was destroyed.
Only GW.
Who are you?
To begin with, we're not what you'd call human. Over the past 200 years, a kind of consciousness formed layer by layer in the crucible of the White House. It's not unlike the way life started in the oceans 4 billion years ago. The White House was our primordial soup, a base of evolution. We are formless. We are the very discipline and morality that Americans invoke so often. How can anyone hope to eliminate us? As long as this nation exists, so will we.
Cut the crap! If you're immortal, why would you take away individual freedoms and censor the net?
Jack, don't be silly.
Don't you know that our plans have your interests, not ours, in mind?
What?
Jack, listen carefully, like a good boy.
The mapping of the human genome was completed early this century. As a result, the evolutionary log of the human race lay open to us.
We started with genetic engineering, and in the end, we succeeded in digitizing life itself.
But there are things not covered by genetic information.
What do you mean?
Human memories, ideas, culture, history.
Genes don't contain any record of human history.
Is it something that should not be passed on? Should that information be left at the mercy of nature?
We've always kept records of our lives, through words, pictures, symbols, from tablets to books.
But not all the information was inherited by later generations. A small percentage of the whole was selected and processed, then passed on. not unlike genes, really.
That's what history is, Jack.
But in the current digitized world, trivial information is accumulating every second, preserved in all its triteness, never fading, always accessible.
Rumors about petty issues, misinterpretations, slander.
All this junk data, preserved in an unfiltered state, growing at an alarming rate.
It will only slow down social progress, reduce the rate of evolution.
Right. You seem to think that our plan is one of censorship.
Are you telling me it's not?
You're being silly. What we propose to do is not to control content, but to create context.
Create context?
The digital society furthers human flaws and selectively rewards development of convenient half-truths. Just look at the strange juxtapositions of morality around you.
Billions spent on new weapons in order to humanely murder other humans.
Rights of criminals are given more respect than the privacy of their victims.
Although there are people suffering in poverty, huge donations are made to protect endangered species. Everyone grows up being told the same thing.
Be nice to other people.
But beat out the competition.
You're special. Believe in yourself and you will succeed.
But it's obvious from the start that only a few can succeed.
You exercise your right to freedom, and this is the result. All rhetoric to avoid conflict and protect each other from hurt. The untested truths, spun by different interests, continue to churn and accumulate in the sandbox of political correctness and value systems.
Everyone withdraws into their own small gated community, afraid of a larger forum. They stay inside their little ponds, leaking whatever truth suits them into the growing cesspool of society at large.
The different cardinal truths neither clash nor mesh. No one is invalidated, but nobody is right.
Not even natural selection can take place here. The world is being engulfed in truth.
And this is the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but a whimper.
We're trying to stop that from happening.
It's our responsibility as rulers. Just as in genetics, unnecessary information and memory must be filtered out to stimulate the evolution of the species.
And you think you're qualified to decide what's necessary and not?
Absolutely. Who else could wade through the sea of garbage you people produce, retrieve valuable truths, and even interpret their meaning for later generations?
That's what it means to create context.
I'll decide for myself what to believe and what to pass on.
But is that even your own idea?
Or something Snake told you?
That's the proof of your incompetence right there. You lack the qualifications to exercise free will.
That's not true. I have the right.
Does something like a self exist inside of you?
That which you call self serves as nothing more than a mask to cover your own being.
In this era of ready-made truths, self is just something used to preserve those positive emotions that you occasionally feel.
Another possibility is that self is a concept you conveniently borrowed under the logic that would endow you with some sense of strength.
That's crap!
Is it? Would you prefer that someone else tell you? All right then. Explain it to him.
Jack, you're simply the best, and you got there all by yourself.
Oh, what happened? Do you feel lost? Why not try a bit of soul searching?
Don't think you'll find anything, though.
Ironic that although self is something that you yourself fashioned, every time something goes wrong, you turn around and place the blame on something else.
It's not my fault. It's not your fault.
In denial, you simply resort to looking for another, more convenient truth in order to make yourself feel better.
Leaving behind in an instant the so-called truth you once embraced.
Should someone like that be able to decide what is truth?
Should someone like you even have the right to decide?
You've done nothing but abuse your freedom.
You don't deserve to be free.
We're not the ones smothering the world. You are.
The individual is supposed to be weak, but far from powerless. A single person has the potential to ruin the world.
And the age of digitized communication has given even more power to the individual. Too much power for an immature species.
Building a legacy involves figuring out what is wanted and what needs to be done for that goal. All this you used to struggle with. Now, we think for you.
We are your guardians, after all.
You want to control human thought? Human behavior?
Of course. Anything can be quantified nowadays. That's what this exercise was designed to prove.
You fell in love with me just as you were meant to, after all. Isn't that right, Jack?
Ocelot was not told the whole truth, to say the least.
We rule an entire nation. Of what interest would a single soldier, no matter how able, be to us?
The S3 plan does not stand for solid snake simulation. What it does stand for is selection for societal sanity. The S3 is a system
It's gonna keep going,
human
folks.
Will and consciousness. S3 is not you, a soldier trained in the image of Solid Snake. It is a method, a protocol that created a circumstance that made you what you are.
So you see, we're the S3, not you.
What you experienced was the final test of its effectiveness.
That's crazy.
You heard what President Johnson said.
The Arsenal's GW system is the key to their supremacy.
The objective of this exercise was to establish such a method. We used Shadow Moses as a paradigm for the exercise.
I wonder if you would have preferred a fantasy setting.
We chose that backdrop because of its extreme circumstances. It was an optimal test for S3's crisis management capacity. If the model could trigger, control, and solve this, it would be ready for any contingency. And now, we have our proof. Raiden, there are also reasons behind your selection. Solidus raised plenty of other child soldiers. Do you know why we chose you over them? It was because you were the only one who refused to acknowledge the past. All the others remember what they were and pay for it daily.
But you turn your back on everything you don't like. You do whatever you like, see only the things you like, and for yourself alone.
Yes, Rose can attest to that.
You refused to see me for what I was. I lied to you, but I wanted to be caught. You pretended to be understanding, to be a gentleman. You never made a conscious attempt to reach out to me. The only time you did was when I gave you no choice but to do so.
I was just trying not to...
What? Trying not to hurt me? Dear, the one you were trying not to hurt was yourself. Avoiding the truth under the guise of kindness is all that you did. It occurred to you to do nothing but look out for yourself. Even if you claim that it was for my sake, that feeling was nowhere to be seen. In the end, everything was for your sake. I was never part of the picture.
Exactly right. So you see, you're a perfect representative of the masses we need to protect. This is why we chose you. You accepted the fiction we've provided, obeyed our orders, and did everything you were told to. The exercise is a resounding success.
Didn't I tell you that GW is still incomplete? But not anymore, thanks to you.
Your persona, experiences, triumphs, and defeats are nothing but byproducts. The real objective was ensuring that we could generate and manipulate them. It's taken a lot of time and money, but it was well worth it considering the results. I think that's enough talk. It's time for the final exercise. Raiden, take Solidus down.
Think again. I'm through doing what I'm told.
Oh, really? Aren't you forgetting something?
If you die, my child dies.
The termination of vital signals from your nanomachines means the death of Olga's child. Not to mention the death of Rose. She's wired the same way.
Rose, does she actually exist?
Of course I do, Jack. You have to believe me.
Damn!
It will be a fight to the death.
Solid Solidus at least wants you dead.
We will collect the necessary data from this last fight. Then we'll consider the exercise closed. So, Jack the Ripper, will it be Solidus, the Patriot's creation, or you, Solidus's creation? Our beloved monsters, enjoy yourselves.
Supremely fucked up.
Jack, my son. My clone brothers and I are called monsters, replicates of evil genes. You are one of a kind, but still a monster, shaped by a dark and secret history. We need to decide which monstrosity will have the privilege of survival. By the way, Jack, I was the one who killed your parents.
This last part, so pointless.
I claimed you for my own and raised you as a soldier in the army of the devil. I am your foster father and your worst enemy.
Why?
Because I needed to know whether we were really someone else's creation. We're repeating history, Jack. Liquid and Solid hunted down Big Boss, trying to sever the tie that bound them to him. Unless you kill me and face your past, Jack, you will never escape. You'll stay in the endless loop, your own double helix. It's time we were both free. I have other reasons for wanting you dead. The clues to the Patriots inside GW have been erased, but there are other traces. Inside you.
What?
The information is being carried by the nanomachines in your cerebral cortex, and throughout the neural network they've formed. Brace yourself.
All right. I have other stuff, but as far as weapons, I've only got the blade. Ooh, I'm on fire! I'm on fire! Come on. Ah, that I could not. Okay, if I do a horizontal or vertical slash matters. And I can't block that.
Is that the best?
Okay, I can't block those. It was worth a shot. Understandable, Maurice. That was a lot of talking. No, no. Let go, let go, let go, let go, let go, let go, let go. Ouchie.
Is that the best?
Nah, I didn't have it up soon enough. All right, well. Ow. Nope, hit him. Damn it.
Good work, Jack. But this is where it gets interesting.
Right, you have to beat Solidus. This is your last duty.
We're not just pawns in some simulation game, you know.
Yes, you are. You're nothing but mere weapons. No different from fighter jets or tanks.
What the?
The old model destroyed 4 years ago was Rex.
The new amphibious model is Ray.
Both of these are the same as the code names used by the U.S. Armed Forces to refer to Japanese warplanes during World War II.
Your code name, Raiden, too, comes from the Japanese Navy's name for one of its interceptors.
Stop it. I'm not a weapon.
Oh, really?
Oh, Maurice, that's just a Kojima thing.
For the Japanese fighter Raiden?
It only gets more cutscenes and stuff as the series goes on. This is only the second.
Just pawns in a game, exactly as you said.
And a weapon has no right to think for itself. Now, it's time to fulfill your purpose. Defeat Solidus.
Ah, damn it. Oh, no. Oh, shit. I pressed the wrong button. Oops. Right off that building. Oh, tire fight over again.
Is that the best you can do? What the?
Got me.
What's wrong with you?
Ah, come on.
What the? Take this. Take this. What the?
Got him. Okay.
Let's go.
All right, now we do this. You remove your restraints.
Let's go.
I keep turning when I don't mean to.
What's wrong with you?
All right. It got me. Shoulder check. Die. Ah, damn it. God. Hacker Raiden? I don't think so. That's not super common in gaming. In the series? No, because he's introduced in this game. So there's no one named Jack or Raiden in the first one. And he's only a cameo in 3. But he shows up in 4. So anyway, there's still a lot of cutscene and talking left, but the AI that has supposedly been manipulating the world and was the source of GW and whatnot, we're assuming it works with the Patriots at this point, and we know Ocelot works with the Patriots. And we know that the Patriots used Shadow Moses as a basis for doing this, which was, for them, the entire point was, for the AI at least, the entire point was to be able to create a situation to prove that they can manipulate
knows who or what they are.
greater world events.
The memories you have and the role you were assigned are burdens you had to carry. It doesn't matter if they were real or not. That's never the point. There's no such thing in the world as absolute reality. Most of what they call real is actually fiction. What you think you see is only as real as your brain tells you it is.
Then, what am I supposed to believe in? What am I going to leave behind when I'm through?
We can tell other people about having faith. What we had faith in. What we found important enough to fight for. It's not whether you were right or wrong, but how much faith you were willing to have. That decides the future. The Patriots are a kind of ongoing fiction too, come to think of it. Listen, don't obsess over words so much. Find the meaning behind the words, then decide. You can find your own name. And your own future.
Decide for myself?
And whatever you choose will be you.
I don't know if I can.
I know you didn't have much in terms of choices this time. But everything you felt, thought about during this mission is yours. And what you decide to do with them is your choice.
You mean start over?
Yeah, a clean slate, a new name, new memories. Choose your own legacy. It's for you to decide. It's up to you.
How's Revengeance? Revengeance, first off, the real IRL footage is something Kojima likes to do, is add stock footage to his games. Secondly, Revengeance is after Resident Evil 4. Oh, right, it puts your code name in there, I forgot.
Anyone you know?
No, never heard the name before. I'll pick my own name and my own life.
But yeah, Revengeance is significant, is many years after the events of Metal Gear Solid 4. We'll get there eventually when that
they taught me some good things too.
Compilation comes out.
I know. We've inherited freedom from all those who fought for it. We all have the freedom to spread the word, even me.
Snake, what about Olga's child?
Don't worry, I'll find him. Count on it. As long as you keep yourself alive, he's safe.
Do you know where Liquid went?
I put a transmitter on his ray.
Did he head for the Patriots?
Yeah, but I have a feeling they gave Ocelot a bogus location to begin with.
At this point in the story, Maurice,
we have a better lead.
We what we believe is that the Patriots
This contains the list of all the Patriots.
The Patriots are like the
one we gave you wasn't the real thing.
I guess the best way to put it would be Illuminati.
This virus is coded to destroy only a specific part of GW, namely the information about
They were
the
formed during the Cold War,
which means
and have been manipulating society from the back, from shadowy depths and whatnot since then.
Analyze the code and you can probably find out where they operate. Count me in.
No, you have things to do first. And people you need to talk to.
So at this point, Snake's objective is probably to do something about that. I mean, let's put it, Maurice, let's put it this way. The Patriots are the ones who manipulated that Solidus, who we just fought, who was a former president. The Patriots are the ones who put him in charge, and they're the ones who made him resign and replaced him with a different president. So, sounds like America? No, they're the ones controlling America. They control other countries too. Oh, or anyway, Rose was supposed to be one of our assistants, but Rose is also Brayden's girlfriend. But it turns out she was probably fake and generated by GW the entire time. So,
can I ask you something? Who am I, really?
I wouldn't know. But we're going to find out together, aren't we?
Oh. Yeah.
See me for what I am, okay?
I know.
very heavily implied she's pregnant. Yeah,
Do you remember this
the
place?
Patriots did not... We didn't know anything about the Patriots in Metal Gear Solid 1. The Patriots are purely starting from Metal Gear Solid 2.
Today is the day I met you.
That's it.
think I found something to pass along to the future.
What?
He said all living things want their genes to live on.
Are you talking about the baby?
Yeah. The genes aren't the only thing you pass on. There are too many things that aren't written into our DNA. It's up to us to teach that to our children.
So this part is about a bit of a refutation of Metal Gear Solid 1. A lot of Metal Gear Solid 1 was about the importance of genes and what they pass on, and this game is a lot of what that misses.
Proposal?
This is for your ears only.
GW something hypnotizing? No, GW is an AI, a subset of the AI that apparently is under the White House. GW was an AI specifically built around the concept of controlling digital information, manipulating events and whatnot, and it was going to be based on a mobile weapons platform, and basically just used as a means of manipulating the world en masse in the digital age specifically. So a lot of this game is Kojima's interpretation and predictions of what the digital age and the internet in general was going to do to society. And it's scary how accurate he was. Keep in mind, this game was in the early 2000s. He made a lot of predictions and actually underestimated some of the worst aspects of the internet that it came about. What he did, and he also predicted like government and corporations that would want to manipulate the internet to try and control the narrative in a lot of ways. So it's pretty amazing that he made a lot of really accurate predictions with this game about how the world would work. And what would happen moving forward. For Raiden specifically, Raiden was a child soldier, suppressed a lot of that, was made a child soldier by Solidus specifically, fought in some generic civil war, and then was later scooped up by the government to be turned and used VR training to become a spy soldier. It's a hybrid thing, sort of like Snake was. But when he was sent on this mission, he didn't know he was being manipulated by GW, and GW's purpose for sending him in this mission was, one, to prove that Solid Snake isn't special, that you could create a soldier as good as Solid Snake through just situations. And that also that GW as an AI could manipulate and control entire situations of like multiple people, governments, and whatnot. Like, keep in mind, the current president in this story is now dead. He was killed in this whole scenario because he was kidnapped and then they killed him to keep him quiet and whatnot. The real purpose for why Solidus did all this is because he knew GW, the AI, must have had access to the information about who the Patriots are, especially the ones in charge, the Weisman Committee. Because if you're going to filter information out of the internet, you have to put that information in the first place so it can be filtered out, right? When you make a filter, you say nothing of X hashtag. You have to put that hashtag in that filter so it makes sure nothing else shows up, right? So with that concept as like a broader idea, Solidus was like, okay, if I find its filters, then I know who the Patriots are. Because he doesn't want those people showing up in any digital stuff. He doesn't want anybody figuring out who the Patriots are. Apparently that list now exists. Snake has it, Liquid probably has a fake version of the list, or at least the Patriots' location. Liquid, by the way, is possessing Ocelot. Revolver Ocelot had his right arm chopped off by the Cyber Ninja from the first game. He then replaced his arm with Liquid Snake's arm, who died in the first game. In doing so, he occasionally gets possessed by Liquid Ocelot. Why he is Liquid's arm specifically, I don't know. Maybe he thought the only arm good enough to do his revolver tricks was one that was a genetic copy of Big Boss's. Who knows? They reveal this later, but for extra context, Revolver Ocelot has some psychic abilities. He's considered a medium. Whether or not he knows it, I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, there's Liquid Snake. Liquid Snake is, okay, there's Solid Snake, Liquid Snake, and Solidus Snake. They're 3 clones of Big Boss. In theory, and this wouldn't be true in reality, but in game, Solid Snake got all the I forget what it's called. Liquid Snake got all the recessive genes. Solidus got a combination, and Solid Snake got like the rest. And the idea was, at least as far as Liquid knows, is he was meant to just be like a collection of organs or whatnot to replace if Solid Snake needed them. At least that's what he thinks, and that's what he thought his original purpose was. Solidus Snake existing was a complete fucking surprise. Nobody knew he existed in the first game. So he's just here now. But Solidus Snake was either directly raised by or at least manipulated by the Patriots. So he was there working for them, whether he knew it or not, almost his entire life. That's why he managed to become president. But yeah, as of the end of this game, Solidus Snake is dead, but also still a genetic copy of Big Boss. Solid Snake is alive and well and planning to go after the Patriots to stop them from manipulating everyone. And Liquid Snake, it has a Metal Gear Ray and is going towards where he thinks the Patriots are. Probably not the case. He probably doesn't have their location, but he thinks he does, and he's going for it. The next game in this series does not directly continue the story. The next game in this series is actually the origin of Big Boss. The original Snake. I think his code was Naked Snake, actually. It's during the Cold War, so it's significantly further back, and it's before the Patriots existed, as far as we can tell. All right, there's still some more cutscenes.
Life isn't just about passing on your genes. We can leave behind much more than just DNA. Through speech, music, literature, and movies, what we've seen, heard, felt, anger, joy, and sorrow. These are the things I will pass on. That's what I live for. We need to pass the torch and let our children read our messy and sad history by its light. We have all the magic of the digital age to do that with.
Nor's looking at the screen and he saw one of the birds flying.
Come to an end sometime, and new species may rule over this planet. Earth may not be forever, but we still have the responsibility to leave what traces of life we can. Building the future and keeping the past alive are one and the same thing.
So at the end of Metal Gear Solid 1, Snake had determined that he's going to try and find his own meaning to life, his own meaning to his life. And this entire section is just his monologue of this is what he decided in between Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2. This is what his life is, the meaning for his life is.
Snake, you there? It's me. I've finished going over that disc.
Did you find the Patriots list?
Of course. It contains the personal data of 12 people. There was a name on it. Snake, it was one of our biggest contributors.
What's going on around here?
I don't know.
Anyway, where are they?
Well, we were right about them being on Manhattan, but...
But what?
They're already dead. All 12 of them.
When did it happen?
Well, about 100 years ago.
What the hell?
That is the big cliffhanger for Metal Gear Solid 2. Apparently, the Wiseman's Committee, the Patriots themselves, the people who are supposedly in charge of the Patriots organization by large, have been dead for almost 100 years. So, yeah. Codename Elephant. Probably because I got noticed so often. Yeah, we don't get the answer to that question or what that's about until Metal Gear Solid 4. So yeah, that's the end of Metal Gear Solid 2. I do intend to play Metal Gear Solid 3, but might not be right away. I might play a game in between. But that being said, I still want to discuss some more Metal Gear Solid 2 stuff. So one of the things Kojima, and whenever we talk about like the characters monologuing or whatnot, a lot of it you can just assume this is Kojima talking, and is he, and then you have to determine, is he talking for or against something. Yeah, popcorn is going to be needed for Metal Gear Solid 3. There's some monologues and whatnot in that. But overall, Kojima says the digital age is amazing and has a lot of potential to push us forward as a species. However, if we let it be controlled and manipulated by people who are in power, the ruling class, like he explicitly has the AI call itself themselves rulers. So if we let the ruling class be in charge, then it's going to limit us only to their ideals and what they believe needs to be passed on, which is not right. Everyone should be able to decide what we pass on as individuals, and that's what Kojima believes is important. At least we can interpret from this game specifically, is that as far as the digital age and the internet and everything is concerned, like, you can fight against bad ideas, you can fight against bad ideals, but trying to control en masse is not what we should go for as a society. Now, to reverse course a bit and talk less game concepts. So this game originally, when it was advertised, the only showed footage of Solid Snake except for like one tiny scene of Raiden. As far as everyone was concerned, they thought Solid Snake was going to be the main character of this game, just like Metal Gear Solid 1, which made sense. A lot of Metal Gear Solid 1's success came from Snake as a character. And then you play that first intro area, which is you're only playing a Solid Snake. And then you play as somebody else, you're like, wow, the voice is different. They're still calling him Snake, though. And it turns out to be Raiden. Kojima pulled this huge troll and this huge surprise reveal of Raiden being the actual main character of Metal Gear Solid 2. This caused a lot of people to dislike Raiden. And it's hard to see a character who's like who goes back in character development, because Snake had a lot of character development in 1, and we were excited to see where that went. And then we're playing Raiden, who's not had a lot of character development. It's because as a result, because he's essentially a rookie in a lot of ways. So yeah, but they did explicitly say, someone provided this during the stream, at one stream, that Raiden was picked to be the main character to appeal to more ladies in the audience because Solid Snake was getting old. And they were like, I don't know if I want to play as an old man. Don't worry, Metal Gear Solid 4, they make up for that. Snake looks fucking old. He's, in fact, his codename upgrades to Old Snake. So it's just funny that they decided to go against that, which Kojima does a lot. Like I said, Metal Gear Solid 1 was very much about how important genes are and how it's important we understand them and how they greatly influence what's passed on. But then this game refutes that to a lot, saying genes only can tell you so much. Overall human culture and whatnot are not determined by genes. And what we end up passing on can also be a societal thing, way more than a genetic thing. So Kojima, like, it's interesting as you play more of these games and you see Kojima's philosophies and things change as he learns new things or he comes to different conclusions. And he will directly call out himself, his own writing in previous games, and be like, I don't believe that anymore, or I have refined that since then and I believe it this way now. You see that a lot. Olga, let's change gears. Olga, and her death is a big deal in this game, because you see Olga was an ally ever since the tanker incident, and you didn't know it. And by the time you realize it is, you realize she's an ally, it's almost too late to save her. And it's all about, and for Olga, everything takes a back seat. Even her family, her unit that she loves dearly, takes a back seat to the safety of her child. So one of the things Snake has to do is he has to deal with the Patriots enough that he can save and keep safe Olga's child, because he feels a debt to her, which is going to be a big deal moving forward. Big Boss. So yeah, so much of the Metal Gear Solid series is an after effect of what Big Boss has done. Big Boss is the main villain of Metal Gears 1 and 2, the ones before Metal Gear Solid, that were on like MXS or something, I think. I have not played those games. I only know plot summaries. Those are where Gray Fox from Metal Gear Solid 1 comes from. Those Metal Gear games are the ones where Snake actually kills Big Boss. And decides to retire when they force him out of retirement in Metal Gear Solid 1. We might play those games. We might. I'm considering it. But I only owned, of the Metal Gear games, the ones that were 8-bit, I only owned Metal Gear 2, Snake's Revenge, which technically is not canon. So, I never got very far. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and end stream early here. I don't have much else I wanted to discuss. Revengeance, eventually, Maurice, after we play Metal Gear Solid 4, I'll definitely consider playing Revengeance, because I want to play these games in release order, relatively. We might bounce around here and there with like the old Metal Gear games and whatnot. We're gonna go ahead and call it here. I have things I have to take care of today. I have work to do. And then we'll be back Monday with a new game. It might be one of the original Metal Gears. It might be something else. I don't know yet. I need to consider. But thank you very much for watching, everyone. I greatly appreciate it, and I will catch you folks next time. Bye-bye.